Well, it's Thursday, August 28th, about 11:13 in the a.m. in Central Standard Time here in the Midwest of the United States of America. And it's about 76 degrees. A mild day, to say the least. So as I always do when I get up in the morning when I have time, I ruminate. I think about things, think about life, as I do most of my day. And I was just sitting here thinking how I'm talking about Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk, those types, those who grew up in the information age and the computer age, basically, and how they have a different perspective than those of us of the baby boom generation. They grew up in a magical, mystical age of experimentation, of what the computers could do, bringing a computer home, putting it on your desk, going into the internet, and all that goes with that. And I used to think, back in the late 90s, this was at the time, I believe, that Mark Zuckerberg was, I don't know what he was doing, because I don't think Facebook came in until after 2000. But I think Elon Musk was involved in PayPal with Peter Thiel. Nevertheless, and I thought all these young guys coming up, all these savvy, smart tech guys, these geeks, as they called themselves, oh, how much appreciation they must have for America, for all that was given them to give them the opportunity to develop their ideas and start these big companies, and the freedom they give back to people and the empowerment they give us through computers and computer programs and things of that sort, different types of websites like PayPal, making life easier, more streamlined for all of us. But in a large respect, I was wrong. A lot of these guys like Zuckerberg and some others, Bill Gates, he's a baby boomer, they don't respect anything. I mean, maybe Elon does, but they was all in it for themselves, and who knows, they probably had pressure put on them by the government. I know that was done. And they went into the censorship mode. Now, I don't know how much of that was their own thinking and how much of that was government coercion, but they did it, and they're still doing it. No appreciation for what was given them in society. Just like the people, the communists and stuff, who want to come here and ruin our country, or who grew up bashing America. Yeah, it's not perfect, but they're so stupid they don't realize that the capitalists and the communists hold hands behind their backs. I knew this decades ago. I figured it out. I know there was a book called The Capitalist Communist Conspiracy. Yeah, it's the rich guys that fund the communists. The communists are just the front thugs, and the street thugs are the low-life thugs, the ones that low IQ who think they're doing something cool, think they're doing something rebellious and revolutionary, and actually they're just hastening their own demise. Because when they destroy America, they destroy our government, they destroy our country, our form of production, they're going to have less, and they're going to be under the foot of a tyrant too. They're going to have the heel on their neck, and they're not going to like it, because that's how all these regimes are. For some reason, a lot of them let one guy run the show, no matter how ignorant and corrupt he is. But look at all the corrupt, ignorant, low-life people around him, doing all kinds of terrible things, and they don't care. It's just horrible. In America and the Western society in general, most of the people in the governments, at least on their face, are supposed to be good. Of course, the evil guys, they don't know how to produce anything, so they have to have production. They have to have people to run the show. They have to have somebody to make the electricity, to mine the minerals that create everything that they enjoy. They have to have somebody who makes the food, like a farmer. And even if they go into a lab, they still have to have lab technicians because they can't do it all. They can't usually do any of it. They don't have the intelligence developed or the capacities developed to create and maintain anything. They depend on the regular guy, the regular scientist, the regular farmer, truck driver. Oh, you can have robots and you can have computers drive trucks and put stuff in a warehouse and make stuff. And maybe you might be able to get them to mine stuff out of the ground, which is necessary. But they have to be maintained. So can the robots maintain themselves? Repair themselves? Probably. But they don't have a connection. Well, there goes an explosion over at the quarry over there. One day, they actually shook my windows a week or so ago. First and only time in 3 years. But you think that people would really appreciate what they have, but that's because you don't know what you got till it's gone, like the old saying goes, right? You don't know what you got till it's gone. And when it's gone, you don't have it anymore, you miss it. Because you realize how important it was to you, how much an effect that had on your life, whatever it was, whether it's a relationship or money or a job or the ease of having a place to live and food to eat, stuff like that. Car to drive, gas in the car. You don't know what you have until it's gone. And so many people, especially these loudmouths in our Congress that bitch and moan about everything, they don't know how good they have it. If it wasn't for this country and its structure, they wouldn't be able to do what they're doing. If you go to some other country and shoot your mouth off like that, they'll kill you. If you're a woman, they'll stone you. If you don't wear a certain type of clothes and if you don't say a certain kind of thing, it's just horrible that people take for granted the freedoms, even though they're not totally free. I mean, because now we're under heavy surveillance, censorship still. If it's not government enforced, then it's enforced by tech companies not letting you say what you want to say. There's no total freedom. There never was, and don't know if there ever will be in the human scene. But I just can't understand how people can't appreciate it. But like I said, these kids grew up at a different age. These guys grew up at a different age. Now you have a lot of people who are adults that like to play games all the time. Used to be just watching football games. That still goes on too. But now it's playing games where they get serious about it. They have to have a game room and a big monitor, and they spend hundreds of dollars on sitting down on the couch playing games, putting on virtual reality instead of trying to figure out what real reality is. What true reality is, they put on a headset and play that. Totally farther away from, detached from reality. Instead of trying to learn about themselves and what's real around them, they put on a virtual headset because they're not searching. So if you're not searching, you're not asking the right questions, you're not going to get the right answers if you get any answers at all. Because you're stuck on a hamster wheel. Virtual reality, computers, everything that is not really real, ultimately. I mean, the greatest, most beautiful gift is mankind and nature. That's real life. That's from God. And even though what we see and we call from God is maybe not really from God, because there's more of a mental, spiritual aspect to it, we call our soul or our spirit. And you hear about people that have out-of-body experiences and near-death experiences. They come out of their body and they look at it, don't recognize it, but then they have this beautiful experience, many of them, not all of them. Like I heard even so-called Christians have hellish experiences in a near-death experience. And that's what we all have to contend with. That's something none of us can get away. We can't get away from that. That's a reality we have to face. We can't alter it except how we believe it and how we approach it, how we understand it. And it has to be good. It has to be immutable. It can't be changed. And we thank God literally for that. So anyway, appreciation for all the good. Appreciation for things sometimes that we can't put our finger on. But the desire to be a better person, to, like they say, know thyself, to know yourself, to thine own self be true, as Shakespeare said. To know ourself is to know our brother and sister, to know all of creation, to know God. And then we look God back in the face, reflecting back to back. Love is reflected in love, as it's been said. So anyway, these are just some thoughts that ran through my head. And what is it, 11 minutes worth? See if I talk for a half an hour. Anyway, that's it for now. Have a blessed day. I hope you learn more about yourself and have a wonderful, healthy experience. Take care.